apparently, come to find out, video evidence showed they did have a timeout left, but they couldn't use the video evidence, so there was no appeal, so they couldn't protest it. So it was a difficult situation. So imagine telling your seniors that that's how you're going out. So, but it was, Coach Buck said it was a learning moment for them, and they learned from it. Nice defense. Very impressed with Emory Knox right now.
Yeah, Emory, the senior point guard, has been starting since he was a 8th grader. John Jones, JJ is known as, a transfer from Socketty High School, high-level Division I football player. As a junior, has got offers from Louisville, Vanderbilt, Penn State, others.
Now, the rumor was that he was better a basketball player than a football player. Remains to be seen.
He's a better football player.
Okay, rumor. You know what rumors are. Nice tight defense by the Hawks. But no panic in the Crusaders. And the Seahawks are just elevating their basketball game right now. But they can't finish. That's the problem.
Yeah, not a good decision there by Higman. He should have either just pulled up. That's where you just pull up about an 8-foot jumper off the glass, or you make the defender commit and you drop it off to the player with you that's on the fast break.
Jeremy Jones Jr. coming into the game for the Seahawks, taking Hayden Hickman. It's an intimidation factor too, Wayne. You see these big guys are all playing for D1 schools, but look at there. Darius Huff bangs down a 3. Zed Key all over it. And when I say intimidation, maybe that's the wrong word. You know that those big arms are coming up.
Well, and that's the challenge that we're going to have with this team tonight, is that example right there is blocking out. They're going to attack the offensive boards, and they certainly, I think athletically, we can play with them athletically. We're not as deep as they are, but we're just going to be challenged with the size. But when you look at this team right here for Myrtle Beach, Darius Huff, J.J. Jones, Emory Knox are all 3 Division I athletes. Huff and J.J. Jones in football. Of course, Emory's committed to Charleston Southern University.
Zed Key, of course, going to Ohio State, misses the second free throw. Grew 3 inches last year to get on the radar to a lot of major D1 schools. And that's probably the 4th or 5th block down low in the key.
Yeah, and Emory plays with such speed, and that's where he goes all the way to the basket. And, hey, just do a jump stop in the middle of the lane. You've got the ability to jump up over the defender.
Is he feeling a little bit like he has to do it all right now?
I think so. That's one of his challenges as a young player, and that's.
Step back off Jeremy Jones, going to be Luha.
Yeah, and you can see the coaches from Myrtle Beach looking at Emory. Just settle down. Let the game come to you.
You're on a national stage. You want to show everybody what you got. And you're playing against arguably the best point guard in the nation.
Yeah.
There with Corbello.
And they're familiar with Corbello. We played Long Island Lutheran. This is their second appearance in the Beach Ball Classic. They were here in 2017, and Myrtle Beach played them in the opening round, losing big.
A little hustle foul there on Emory Knox. And Andre Corbello, 6'1" guard. He's from Vega Baja, Puerto Rico. He moved to the Long Island, transfer there as a freshman, and kind of grew into his role as a passer, and just found out that, you know, if he could distribute the basketball, he's going to be a lot better, and he's definitely learned how to do that. Nice move by Kwajcek.
The junior that's got a number of offers, big 6'9", broad shoulders, doing a European step. Long Island Lutheran staying in a man-to-man, switching on ball screens.
There's Knox, and he has Pinzon on him, throws it up, no good, rebound. Kwajcek gets it up court. And Corbello makes one of those mistakes that you don't think that he would make, the Newsday Player of the Year in New York.
Yeah, he saw one-on-one. He's like, I'm going to challenge number 14, J.J. Jones from Myrtle Beach. Emory Knox, good decision here by Coach Martin to bring him out. Just, hey, settle down. The game will come to you. You don't have to prove anything. Nice look in the middle of the court.
To the back. Got it. No. Missed the shot. And Zed Key with a rebound, and the Hawks are all over him. Jeremy Jones Jr. and Darius Huff.
The Hawks have had opportunities as they've been able to get to the basket, but the defenders are so long and tall and with great jumping ability. We're shooting the ball. We're having to shoot the ball high off of the backboard.
It's a different shot.
Yeah, different shot.
Back in the day, you would practice with a broom to put it there. That's the only thing I can equate it to. Andre Corbella gets it to Quachek. Zedke down low. Quachek for three. No good. It's Key. Tries to get it back up. Foul called on James Marquise.
Just a height disadvantage. I mean, when you look at Long Island Luther,
I'm looking
they've
6'8",
got
6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, 6'8", 6'9", and our biggest players are 6'3" and 6'4", who are two guys that just got off the football field, Darius Huff and J.J. Jones.
And you made a comment earlier, they don't have their basketball legs. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's a different style of running. I mean, basketball is just consistent, up and down. Football is more of your shape is more stamina for the and not used to this constant running up and down the court.
And Myrtle Beach likes the run. Josh Gunn at the point now. Gets it to Jones. Jones trying to find somebody. There's Hickman, little fadeaway. Huff with a rebound. Another block. Jones Jr. with the rebound. And another turnover. There's Carbello. He just had a little smile on his face when he's driven down the court. Had a lot of options. Got Key for 15, no good. And there's Huff. You see the Jones. Jones to pass, too many passes right there.
Just not ready for it. And not a bad decision there by Jones to flip that to Huff, but he wasn't ready. But it tell you, the difference, and of course the skill level from the better players at Long Island Lutheran. I mean, they play with such speed but such control, and when we're trying to play at that speed, we're not under control.
It's like hurry up and slow down at the same time. It's almost when you watch kids take layups and they go 100 miles an hour and they bounce off the backboard, it goes back to the free throw line.
7:50 to go in the first half, 2 16-minute halves, where normally in the Beach Ball Classic format, normally you're playing 4 8-minute quarters.
Carbello trying to shake. Again, Zedke could do that all night long. He's not getting it in there, but that's because of the Myrtle Beach defense. They're all over him. Finally, he gets a foul, but missed 3 point-blank shots.
Padding the stat book there as he misses the shots and continues to stay aggressive on the offensive boards. Maybe could have caught him there for an over the back.
Oh, Moses Malone rule. Try to get him a couple rebounds in there. Not worried about field goal percentage. Good on that free throw.
2 years ago in 2017, Long Island Lutheran, they walloped Myrtle Beach in the opening round 90-41. They made it to the finals that year, losing to Mount Verde, which is a perennial #1 in the nation, private school out of Florida.
He makes both free throws to extend that lead to 3.
Long Island Lutheran showing a half-court trap.
Nice patience by the Seahawks. Jones Jr. gets it up, but again, even though they didn't block the shot, disrupted it just enough. Here's Jaden Reed. Whoa, what a block! Darius Huff comes from way back, but they just can't finish. And look at the presence of mind by Carbello.
He knows exactly where Gunn is going, and he just steps in and makes a turnover.
Carbello gets it into Key. He's having a tough time down low. He's getting those foul calls. I think he called that because he missed it.
Darius Huff, just look at this athletic ability.
Man, just coming in and boom, takes it off the glass, but they can't finish it. Just the hustle of Zedke there. And that is your HTC replay. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Zedke committed to Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah.
They've been ranked #1 at some time this early part of the basketball season.
And Key transferred from Brentwood High School before his junior year to come to the powerhouse of Long Island Lutheran.
Long Island, they're from Brookville, New York. I'm assuming that's just outside the city on Long Island.
Yes. You want to say iced tea at some point. I'm trying not to say it. But Zedke's been to the line a lot tonight.
Yep.
And that's just him being down low and being 6'8".
Half-court press just to slow down Myrtle Beach a little bit. Emory Knox back in the game.
Seahawks playing with Long Island Lutheran. Again, the speed right now, maybe catching up to the Seahawks. Jump shot, no good. Rebound by Qualcheck. Comes Carbello. Bad pass. Carbello again, presence of mind, knows exactly where he's at. Long Island Lutheran, widely regarded as one of the top high school programs in the nation.
And they get the ball up the floor so quickly. Nice little motion out top to set a screen.
Bergstrom, no good. Nice box out by J.J. Jones, and that's a foul on Kwachek.
Well, Coach Martin, so far, Seahawks coming into this game 7-1. I've seen every one but 2 of their games. And J.J. Jones and Darius Huff have not played a lot of minutes, but recognizing that they're now, again, getting their basketball legs, they're learning the system, knowing that he's going to have to use those athletes against Long Island Lutheran.
Foul on Jaden Reed. And again, the history program of Long Island Lutheran, this decade, Wayne, they're 231-45. They won 3 New York State Federation championships. They've had over 51 college kids sign and 26 D1 guys. It's amazing.
Yeah. Unbelievable basketball school from the hotbed of basketball in New York City.
Last year they were 25-2, finished number 9 in the USA Today poll, Class 2A Federation state title. They're independents. They're an independent team. They're in the conference. Again, you got your quarterback on the field there, Carbella. Throws it up to Zed Key.
They're doing a good job of getting it to the 6'8" fella in the paint, and what's happening every time, whether he's spinning or turning or going to the basket, he's collecting a foul. So the Seahawks got to be careful as they continue to send Zed Key to the free throw line. Long Island Lutheran now, of course, in the bonus.
And so far, Key is 6 of 8 on his free throws. And again, they could do that all night long if they wanted to. Get it down. They do bring some height in there with Hayden Bryant, 6'5", from Myrtle Beach.
Bryant, 6'5", sophomore.
Good experience for him to play in front of this big crowd. Zed Key hits both. So if you're a college coach, the Ohio State coach, or the guy from Charleston Southern, what are you looking for tonight out of your players? Just to see what they're doing, or?
Well, I think
just say hey to them, or?
Yeah, I mean, if they've already committed to you and you're here, you want to certainly see them perform. You're really not watching whether or not they're going to score 25 points or how many rebounds. You just want to see how are they performing as a player and as a teammate. You've already done your study on knowing that they can play for you. You want to see those intangibles. Now they certainly want them to play well. We'll see how they're shooting the ball. Are they progressing and getting better?
Free ball by Hickman, no good. Rebound by Knox. Look at the hustle by the Seahawks for 3. Got it. Emory Knox from way downtown.
Great hustle on the offensive boards. Ball gets tapped out to Emory Knox. That was a big 3 there because Long Island Lutheran was getting ready to pull away.
Stifling defense by the Seahawks. Penzone looks down low to Key. Key with the dunk.
Hickman's got to fall down there defensively. When you're rotating, you got to protect the basket.
Nice defense by Key. Could have been some contact.
The Seahawks have gotten the ball in the paint and gotten opportunities for some close shots, but as you've mentioned, it's just altering the shot because of the size.
You hear footsteps in football. It's similar to that. And they don't see this in South Carolina, the teams they play. Jump shot, no good. Rebound by Penzone. Nice move by Carbella. Smooth to Key and the dunk.
He gets the ball up the floor so quickly. But I believe he saw Key flashing when he spin the ball behind
50 feet away.
rounded behind his back.
And that's the difference. It slows down for him. It's fast for a lot of players. For him, it's almost like Matrix.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the HTC replay. And just watch how smooth he is right here behind his back. Looks up the court, finds Key for the dunk, bam. And it's almost too easy right there.
Yeah, he just makes it look so easy. His court awareness, he knew those 2 guys were collapsing on him as he goes around his back, and he stays on this side of the court because he's got Key coming down on the other side.
Well, this telecast of the 39th Annual Beach Ball Classic, they're brought to you in part by these outstanding sponsors: Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce and the Crown Reef Resort, Myrtle Beach. HTC, this is life. Connect with it and visit myrtlebeach.com. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making this happen. John Rhodes started this thing with Dan D and Tony 39 years ago at Coastal Carolina University or college.
First year
with Socastee.
Yeah, first year in 1981 was at Coastal Carolina. Then the next year started at Socastee. And 39 years later, still playing now in the Convention Center. Had been here since 1993, moving from an 18 tournament to 16 teams. Good patience here in ball movement by the Seahawks.
And still, there's Pinzon. Takes it all the way. And a charge. Nice play by the Myrtle Beach defense to stand there and take that charge. Looks like that was Funderburk with a basket count.
Great call there by the referee on that charge.
Here's your HTC replay. Take us through it, Wayne.
J.J. Jones gets in the lane, gets in front of the charge circle.
And that just takes a man to stand there to take a charge.
Knowing some of these big fellas, how fast they fly in the air.
And you know if you get dunked on, then Twitter and everything will have you every day on that. 10-point lead by the Crusaders. Myrtle Beach hanging in there. Jump shot by Emory Knox, no good. He likes that little step back. But that's what you have to do almost with these guys, how tall they are.
There's so much size, and they're able, even with their bigger men. Oh,
nice smooth move, pass, and another dunk. Key is absolutely dominating this basketball game. Long pass intended for Hickman. He's going to go out of bounds, and let's take us a immediate timeout. 28-16 when we come back right here on the 39th Annual Beach Ball Classic on Stadium.
You wear many hats, and HTC knows what you need to keep the day running smoothly. You're an entertainment coordinator, appointment maker, and business superhero. You're a personal chef, chauffeur extraordinaire, and a trusted protector. No matter where life takes you, HTC keeps you connected by bringing world-class technology right here to Horry and Georgetown counties, because you are here, and so are we. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Welcome back to the 39th Annual Beach Ball Classic. And the man, Wayne White, is just giving us some stats. And Wayne does such a great job. And he's one of those, I don't want to call him a nerd, but he's a stat nerd. And he does a great job.
He does a great job. And, you know, what I'm more impressed, not about the fact that he's able to deliver us the stats the way he does, but how long he sits here every day for this tournament.
It's amazing.
But he does this for Coastal Carolina University, North Myrtle Beach High School, so appreciate. And the things that's jumping out, Zed Key. He's 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He's 4 of 8, 20 points in the paint for Long Island Lutheran.
There he is again. Took an extra step. But again, it looks like that Long Island Lutheran is content on just giving it to the Ohio State commit, Zed Key.
They want to get the ball down low to their big Ohio State commit, 6'8", size advantage. He's got good moves down low as well. The other thing, disadvantage Myrtle Beach, only 21% shooting from the floor.
And a lot of those are point-blank range. Patient offense by the Seahawks. Trying to create some space.
Set play for Emory.
There he goes, jump shot. Like the way the height of his jump.
And right there was beautiful as a set play for him. He lays the play come to him. What do? Zed Key down low. Just throw it up and let the 6'8" big boy go get it.
I almost want to know what the record is for most points in a beach ball game. 12-point lead by the Crusaders. Comes Emory Knox.
Go get it, Emory.
Gets it into the sophomore. Zed Key was all over Hayden Bryant. Bryant, the sophomore, you say, what great experience is this for him?
Yeah, Hayden Bryant, sophomore, getting a lot of playing time. I mean, you're able to say, hey, I played against Zed Key that's going to Ohio State. And that's what Myrtle Beach and Saucus T would generally come into these games playing teams that obviously come from much greater basketball programs with a lot of depth of skilled players. But it's the opportunity to say that you played in the tournament and played against some of these players.
Xavier Martin comes in for the Seahawks. Got him listed as a shooting guard. Another sophomore.
That name should ring a bell to you, Martin.
Is that Coach Martin's son?
Martin's son.
Okay. No pressure on him. Carbella, he's just a magician with the basketball. Just the way he is smooth.
So calm and so confident and poised, which is what you need from a point guard. That's the same as a quarterback. Is composure and poise.
I'd love to hear what Kevin Snyder of Big Shots would have to say about him. Key with another rebound, just throws it up and goes in. And it's almost unfair, Wayne. He's just down there just dominating.
He's just big and strong, and he's a smart player too, as he finds good spots on the floor.
Trying to get into the sophomore. Tough pass for Martin to handle and a turnover. And that's got to be tough for Coach Martin. I played for my dad. A lot of people that play for that. It's a lot of pressure to do that. And I know there's some nerves right there.
Xavier, just a sophomore.
Got a good group coming up in Myrtle Beach. Young group. Down to Key. Down low. Out to Penzone for three. No good. Good rebound by Bryant. Oh, nice move by Knox. Loses control of the basketball.
That's where he should have just kept his dribble and continued to attack the basket.
He just throws it up in the air to Key. That's Bergstrom for three.
And you know the game plan. Just throw it to Zed Key. Just get it up in the air to the 6'8" kid.
There's Martin. Knox. No good for three. Rebound by Penzone. Gets it to Carbella. Looking to distribute. Takes it to the rack. Nice move. Yeah, that's Big Ten basketball there.
Just a little Euro step under control.
Martin for three. No good. Under a minute to play.
That's Long Island Lutheran stretching their lead out to 17, 37-20. They'll probably play for a final shot.
They're 7 of the 9 with the last shots, and a 7-0 run the last 1 minute 30 seconds. As you said, kind of pulling away. Carbello loses the handle. Martin gets the rebound. Takes it to that corner. Gives it up to Knox. Knox is a little mismatch here.
Well, and then they'll switch it up.
Got Charleston Southern versus Ohio State here. There you go. Penzone's like, get out of the way, big fella. Knox going to have to make a move here. 3 seconds. Throws it up. No good. And that's going to be the final shot of the half. And Long Island kind of stretched away, as you said, and Myrtle Beach hadn't scored the last 2 minutes, 40 seconds of the half.
Well, we didn't shoot the ball very well. Credit that to the size of Long Island Lutheran. And there in the last few minutes, their game plan was just get the ball to Zed Key and let things happen in the paint. And that's where they're getting all their points. Yeah,
this is the Zed Key show. And when we come back, we'll talk about Zed Key and we'll talk about Andre Carbella. You're watching the 39th Annual Beach Ball Classic on Stadium.
There's an amazing place where family vacation memories are made and shared over and over again, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Book your family vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com and discover amazing values on area accommodations and family-friendly attractions. There's never been a better time to visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where family time has never been so much fun.
Coach, 37-20 at the half. You racked up a lot of mileage over the last couple of weeks coming all the way from Hawaii. What does it look like the first half to you with your team up by 17?
Give Myrtle Beach a ton of credit. They came out fearlessly and hit some shots early and, woke us up a little bit. We knew we were playing a road game today and we'd have to really get after it. So give them credit. I thought we adjusted, a couple minutes in, and now we're starting to get into our rhythm.
Your star point guard, Andre Corbello, obviously his future coach, Brad Underwood, in here watching him. Talk to me about your point guard, how it gets you in the flow of the game.
Yeah, when he's in his zone, there's no one like him that I've seen in the country. He just really creates. He's the straw that stirs the drink, and he was going there a little bit in the first half, and he's playing very well for us.
Awesome. Long Island Lutheran with the lead here, up by 17 at the half. Best of luck to you in the second half, Coach. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Well, Wayne. Welcome back to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, inside the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. The 39th Annual Beach Ball Classic. And so far has been exactly what we thought, but the Myrtle Beach Seahawks came out, had the lead, had 6 lead changes in that first half. And Wayne, Myrtle Beach can play with them to a certain extent, but 6'8", 6'9" is starting to get to them a little bit.
Well, you heard Coach John Buck at the halftime in his interview talk about he knew it was a road game for them, and they really weren't. He credited Myrtle Beach for how hard and aggressive they were playing, getting them out of what they normally do. Then they began to settle down, but the difference has been Zed Key, and the big difference with him is not only is he 6'8", he's got a big frame, he's got long arms, and they do a good job of getting the ball to him in the paint. And then point guard Andrew Corbello, who's just, I like what the coach said, he's the straw that stirs the drinks.
Yeah, and you look at some of these highlights brought to you by HTC. Just right off the bat, the Crusaders came right out. Corbello just showed you exactly what he could do. But then, hey, Myrtle Beach came back. Andre Hickman keeps Myrtle Beach close there. And at that point, they were almost winning there. Then you have Kwajcek going down the middle. And then you just have Myrtle Beach playing some basketball here, trying to get down low. And just the athleticism of Myrtle Beach right there. That was Burgess, Q-Man. But here we go. There's Illinois in the house.
Corbello is just so smooth. You described it in the first half. James Marquez with a nice putback layup for the Seahawks. But Corbello, the game slows down for him.
That three by Emery Knox.
Emery Knox, the senior point guard, 5-year starter for the Seahawks, is committed to Charleston Southern University.
But Corbello is just too fast. And his eyes, 5 or 6 eyes in his head there. He sees everything. There's Huff with a 3 coming in. Big wide receiver on the football team.
There's Huff, 6'3", 200-pound. Corbello just knows where he is on the floor at all times.
There's Kwajcek. A little awkward move, but it was effective.
The Euro step.
The Euro step. We'll have to talk about that one, too. And here's that big block. Boom. Nice job by Huff, but followed up by Zed Key. Getting a lot of trash down there.
I think that surprised the Seahawks team that he got up there and blocked that ball because they were just watching it.
From way downtown. Emery Knox again. There's Zed Key. And again, Corbello set that up with the fake shot, had him wide open. And this is when they just take off. This is that behind the back, smooth move by Corbello. Finds the open Key, and he slams it home.
Yeah, and Corbello gets up the floor so quickly and under control. The game is, it slows down for him. This is a nice set play for Emery Knox. Pulls up right at the top of the key.
Look how high he got in his jump. That takes you to the next level right there. To find space, and there's no space to be found. But again, this dead key is a man among boys down low.
3 guys on him, and he's just grabbing the rebound and with pure strength going right back up with it.
And there's Bergstrom for 3, his first one of the night. That was stretching it out. Carbello again. And again, playing on the streets of New York City, you learn to do a lot of things, don't you?
Yeah.
So 37-20, a game that started out kind of slow. Long Island Lutheran started to take over the basketball game, making shots that they were missing earlier. The most impressive part to me with Zed Key, yes, down low, but he's making his free throws as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's 8 of 10 from the free throw. When we look at the statistics in the first half, a couple things that jump out. Number one, the Seahawks now have 11 turnovers. That's too many for an entire game, certainly too many for one half. Only shooting 21.9% from the floor. Got to shoot the ball better in the paint and recognizing there's going to be tall guys with long arms. And then offensively, when you look at Long Island Lutheran, they've got 26 total rebounds, 11 of them for Zed Key. He's got a total of 20 points. He's 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 6 of 10, and they've got 26 points in the paint of their 37. So, again, taking advantage of their size. Credit Coach John Buck in his game plan, which is we're going to get it to the big guys and allow them to go to work.
And that's almost in football. You're running the same play every time. It's working. Why are you going to change and try to be cute? The stat that jumps out at me, Wayne, is the 6 block shots that Lutheran has. But the stat that's not in there are the altered shots.
Yeah, altered shots.
At least in 15 of those in this game. And Myrtle Beach, not used to shooting against those long arms here in the Low Country of the New York City. Now that they're learning now.
Yeah, and when you look at the size of this team, 6'8", 6'8", 3 guys 6'8", 2 guys 6'6", 2 guys 6'5". I mean, that's mid-major collegiate size basketball players.
Yes, and Lutheran, this looks like, I mean, it's not going to slow it down. They're going to come out and run. But to Myrtle Beach's credit, I think the best compliment you can get from a team that's number 15 in the nation is when their coach says you got to give it to Myrtle Beach how they're playing the basketball game. Because these guys, they played in Hawaii, they played in Utah, I believe, and they played some good competition. And to give Myrtle Beach that compliment, I think that says a lot for Craig Martin and his squad.
Well, Coach Martin prides himself on playing hard, and his team's playing aggressive, regardless of who they're playing, where they're playing, or what the matchups may be, is continuing to play really hard. And I'm sure at halftime what he told his guys is, hey, look, we not only can play hard, I mean, you got to play hard, but we got to hit those shots in the paint, and be prepared to know that they're going to alter our shots because of their size. You just got to be confident and attack the basket and not turn the ball over.
Yeah, and Coach Craig Martin, again, he's got to be proud of his kids coming out and competing when nobody's giving them a chance. And you look at the score, 37-20, you're 17 points. Yes, but that's not the tale of the tape. The last 4 minutes is when it kind of stretched out, and Myrtle Beach was not making the shots, then Lutheran was.
Yeah, we're playing a 2 16-minute half format. First, 12 minutes of this ball game, Myrtle Beach was competing and within, but Lutheran pulled away there at the end. So Martin's going to want to slow the Seahawks down, allow the game to come to them. They've got to continue to hit the boards, though, defensively, do the best they can in boxing out.
Yeah, there's a lot of famous alumni that's come out of Long Island Lutheran. The one that jumps out at me is Bill Winnington, basketball player for the Chicago Bears and St. John's. Went there.
I remember Big Bill Winnington.
Yeah. It's always fun to look up at those with the schools that we're not familiar with and then find out who went there and what they're doing. Just a cool thing. And Myrtle Beach has a lot of famous alumni. You included
I don't know
in that famous
no.
alumni.
Ramon Sessions.
Sessions, yeah.
Who played 11 years in the NBA. And
Lester Brown.
Lester Brown, who played in the CFL. Long Island Lutheran staying with a man-to-man set play to get Aiden Hickman open for 3.
Big 3. That's how you start it.
That's how you start the second half. You call a specific play to execute and then get the open jump shot.
Yeah, if you're Coach Martin, you got to feel real good about yourself now.
Seahawks staying with him. Ooh.
Nice rebound by Hickman. Kicks it down the court. Long pass. Kind of an unnecessary pass. Turnover by the Crusaders. Bergstrom.
Yeah.
Stepped on the line maybe.
No, he caught a double dribble. I didn't see it, but Aiden Hickman there, just as he sees a player streaking to the basket, got to make better decisions.
Wild shot.
Yeah, Marquez underneath, out of bounds play underneath.
Pinzon with the left hand off the glass.
Pinzon, the junior's got offers from Georgia Tech, Xavier, and Dayton.
That's solid. It's a solid group.
One of the things I really like about Long Island Lutheran is their transition defense. They really get back on defense. Nice penetration by Emory Knox, and finds Aiden Hickman in the corner
Hickman's
for
hot.
an open three.
It's going to be a quick timeout.
Coach Buck didn't like what he's seen.
And Aiden Hickman comes out firing here in the second half.
Aiden Hickman is just a junior, listed in your program as 6'3", probably the best pure shooter that the Seahawks have.
Coach Buck right there. It's a teachable moment for his team and his kids.
Well, you know what he's probably telling them, hey guys, we had the momentum going into halftime. We got to come out with that killer instinct here in the second half. But what's happened is Myrtle Beach has kind of balanced that. Now the score 39-26. We were down 17, down just 13.
Well, Long Island Lutheran is out of Brooksville, New York, founded in 1960, 59 years ago. About 450 kids, small school. A lot of athletes in that school.
I'm sure. That's got to be a self pass. There's Key.
Ball check. Nice rebound by Marquise. Marquise takes it down the court, down the left side, slows down. Wide open. Hickman, can he hit three in a row? He can't.
He was just not confident in that shot. You want to like elevate and shoot it at the top of your jump.
Pinzon. There's Key. Again, he's just boxing out. And Thunderbird, I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance, but you have to get great position on Key every time.
Well, in defensive position, you've got to be in a better box out position. He's boxing you out in that scenario to get the offensive rebound. We understand why he's committed to Ohio State. The Ohio State.
The Ohio State. Big game tomorrow night.
Big game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock against the Clemson Tigers.
And as a shooter here, Wayne, you were a shooter in high school. If you have a guy like Key, you know that he's going to fight for that rebound. You feel a little bit more confident with that shot. If you miss, the coach ain't going to jump on you too bad.
That's true.
Nice.
Coach, I had my big boy down low. I knew he was going to get the rebound, so that's why I wanted to take that shot.
Oh,
there's
nice steal.
Silly
Corbello.
turnover there by Aiden Hickman, but credit Corbello, just knowing where to be on the floor, just great instincts and court awareness of what the player, the mind of knowing what that player is going to do.
Press, now they jump back into a man-to-man defense. Goes it out to Marquise for three. Good!
Good find there by Josiah Thunderbird to find James Marquez.
So the Seahawks 3 for 4 in the second half and three-pointers.
Yep. Seahawks pesty, just hanging around, staying with a man-to-man defense.
A little weave offense. And he's all over him. Nice defense by Burgess. And a steal by the Seahawks up to Burgess. Euro step. And we may have an injury here with Pinzon. He went down, left knee. Looks like he may have tripped up. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he hopped
went
up
down
on his own.
hard.
That was just down by himself. No one was over here.
They're going to come and get him.
Coach Buck, though, making the good decision to bring someone in, to bring him out. Take a look at that knee.
And Jaden Reed in. Looks like he just might have just stepped on it wrong. He's a little upset. Pinzon didn't want to come out.
When the Seahawks have an opportunity like they did there, they've got to make every opportunity, capitalize on every opportunity, cannot give it away. Got Marquez on Zed Key, good find. And there's an example. I mean, you got to go up and be strong, collect the rebound, come down, continue to be strong with the ball in your hands. You cannot give those opportunities away.
It's when they get the ball, they're looking around and thinking somebody's going to be there. They imagine they're sixth man. And again, look at just the big guy, Zed Keys, is boxing out.
And not a real sophisticated out-of-bounds play underneath the basket. Just a little crossing there from block to block, but he does a good job of using his body. I mean, he's got a big frame, particularly down low, that trunk, if you will, and he's able to utilize it to get good position.
Look at Zed Key and Casper quad check. I mean, just throw it up to him. Seahawks playing tough. Get the ball up to Burgess. Burgess takes it right to the rack and good. Very aggressive play by Kwalik Burgess, known as Q.
I like the aggressiveness of the Seahawks, not backing down, attacking the basket, staying with a man-to-man defensive pressure.
11-point lead by the Crusaders. You call a foul on the Seahawks
well,
there.
And Darius Huff is holding him. I mean, you know he's trying to gain position. Darius played wide receiver for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks football team. Made it all the way to the state championship, losing to Wren High School. Had a good year, though, there. Just great play to get it to the big man down low.
And that's just a great safety valve if you have that, to have Zed Key just to get it to him. And it goes to the free throw line again for the Crusaders.
Coach Buck recognizing that he's got the size advantage, the strength advantage, and the talent advantage down low, and continuing to feed Zed Key.
Drisha Traore comes in for Luha, affectionately known. I want to call him that, but I'm scared to. Comes the Seahawks. Nice pass by Knox, getting it out for three, no good. Long rebound. Carbella taking it straight to the rack. Wow, that's next level
Just
play.
Great under control. Just.
And I think that Coach Martin is waiting for that immediate timeout. 16-point lead.
They pulled it back out to 16. The Seahawks had brought it to 12.
Nice pass. And again, he had to throw over Zed Key.
Well, and what he does is he turns his body because of the size of the arm length of Zed Key, and he just kind of throws it up as opposed to
taking it right to the
hole and hoping to draw the foul.
16-point lead by Long Island Lutheran. Number 15 team in the nation. Scarbello out to Reed. Long rebound by Knox. Knox, nice move and pass and finish by James Marquise. And before we take the free throws, we're going to take us a media timeout. You're watching the 39th annual Beach Ball Classic on Stadium.
You wear many hats, and HTC knows what you need to keep the day running smoothly. You're an entertainment coordinator, appointment maker, and business superhero. You're a personal chef, chauffeur extraordinaire, and a trusted protector. No matter where life takes you, HTC keeps you connected by bringing world-class technology right here to Horry and Georgetown counties, because you are here, and so are we. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Welcome back to America's finest holiday high school basketball tournament, the Beach Ball Classic. And what a move, a sequence of events for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, and Marquise just finishes up.
Well, Emery Knox does a nice job of getting the ball up the court, spins to avoid the ball being stolen, and sees Marquise streaking down the court. Great pass, and he catches it and goes right for the layup, but unable to connect on a traditional three-point play.
And a little miscommunication there by Traore. I just like to hustle the Seahawks.
Yeah, play with a lot of aggressiveness and hustle. Seahawks doing a better job of shooting the ball from the floor. 5 of 10 here as we begin.
Steal by Bergstrom. There's that tenacious defense by the Seahawks. They got to get back.
And that is tough after a turnover or a missed shot. When There's a steal by Emery Knox. Great reaction.
Yeah, Emery Knox is showing he's next-level basketball player. Nice jump shot.
Get in there for him. That was a nice pull on him. He slowed down and elevated and shoots it at the top of his jump.
Yeah, nice defense by Knox. Yeah. Just uses the baseline as a defender, and really it was one of those old school 80s basketball moves where Carbella tried to hook him with that right hand, left hand.
Yeah, good defense by Knox.
Look at the emotion.
Coach Buck getting his team fired up. Seahawks just, hanging around, being pesky.
Hey.
They've got to do a better job of keeping Zed Key off of the offensive boards and making those shots when they can.
Who's going to step up for the Seahawks?
And there's a turnover that just nice penetration by Marquez, but you got to take better control of the ball.
Pinzon back in the game. Took the awkward step there.
It looked like that knee buckled again.
That's what it looked like with the layup. And he's a legend in Puerto Rico. His dad came out. Richie Dalman was the man in Puerto Rican basketball. And there's another one by Pinzon. They're saying Pinzon's going to be the next Puerto Rican guy to make the NBA. They're that high on him in that country. Timeout by Craig Martin. Good timeout.
Good timeout at this point. 2 turnovers in a row. They were drawing it. They were hanging around 13-14, and then all of a sudden Long Island Lutheran stretches the lead out to 18. Good timeout there by Coach Martin.
Let's talk a little bit about Myrtle Beach High School. A storied tradition, basketball, football. Won a lot of state championships in basketball. You were part of a football state championship. Give the viewers a little bit about history of Myrtle Beach.
Well, Myrtle Beach, a school that was founded in the 1930s here in Myrtle Beach. We compete 4A, which is, there's 5 classifications in South Carolina, so we have a student population of about 1,200. Prolific athletic program, quite frankly, all over the place. I mean, football played in the state championship this year. We're defending 4A state championship last year, did not win. We've won a couple of state championships in boys basketball, several in girls. We've dominated, quite frankly, in both girls and men's and boys
Coach
tennis
Dennison
over the last 15 or 20 years in girls basketball. So
state championship this year in tennis, I believe, right?
Yep. A lot of pride in the Seahawk athletic program, and proud to be a part of co-hosting, if you will, of the Beach Ball Classic. Sacastee, Dan D'Antoni, the founder of this tournament, was the head coach at Sacastee, which is our crosstown rival. But the game is now played in Myrtle Beach at the Convention Center.
Back to basketball. Nice run for Long Island.
Substitution for Myrtle Beach. Terry Williams listed at 5'6" in the program. I think he's every bit of 5'3".
Yeah. That's like I'm listed at 6'4". And a turnover. Here comes Carbello. Layup.
I saw him dunk one early in the warm-ups. He wanted to.
I think in the first half that might have happened. It just looks like Terry Williams right now.
Just doesn't have the size to compete with this pressure from Long Island Lutheran.
And you'd like to see one of their seniors just kind of put his arm around them.
Yeah, Coach Martin making a couple more substitutions there with Josh Gunn.
Look at the tail of the tape here. On him is Paul Jordan, who's 6'5". But hey, what a great experience for Terry Williams. Anybody gets in the game of the Beach Ball Classic. You have Kobe Bryant. You had a lot of great players. And I was telling you about my story with Michael Irvin back in the day when he did the old, what'd you call it?
The peekaboo dunk.
The peekaboo dunk at Sacastee High School. Oh, nice shot by Huff.
Yeah, Darius Huff. Great athlete. Good elevation there in the paint. Good rotation on the shot. There they find it in the middle, though.
There you go. Nice defense. Great job by Huff. So you had Kobe Bryant. You had Kenny Anderson, who I think was probably the best player to come out. And you played in the Beach Ball Classic. Who was the best player that you ever played against in the Beach Ball Classic?
Well, Danny Ferry. I played against the DeMatha team in '84. That was very good. Probably in high school, though, I tell people this all the time, the best high school basketball player I saw in the Beach Ball Classic was Kenny Anderson at 16 years of age. And certainly he didn't do the things that Kobe Bryant and other guys have done at the next level. He had a great NBA career, but in high school,
you had Damon Stottlemyre, Kevin Garnett, just guys playing this tournament. And there's some guys on this floor right here that have an opportunity to play in the NBA.
They'll have an opportunity to be in the NBA in a few years.
Wow, I think Pinzon was upset when he got taken out. He's just taking it right to the hoop now.
Yeah, he scored their last 3 buckets. Coach Martin looking to bring in some additional substitutions and carry it. Just cannot pick up your dribble, but he's just so undersized. Not a good shot there by Darius Huff.
And now it's getting a little bit sloppy by the Seahawks.
Getting very sloppy. Coach Martin just...
Oh, my. And there's the dunk by Key, and they saw that from a mile away. Well, he's trying to run with him, but it's too fast, and Qualik Burgess.
This is where the Seahawks just need to slow the game down. Don't let it get it too far away from them.
And we got an HTC replay coming up here. Just throws it up to the big guy, and bam! Zed Key putting on a show here for the people in the Beach Ball Classic.
Great pass by Andre Corbella, the point guard that's going to University of Illinois, and he's passing it to what will be his competitor in the Big Ten at Ohio State.
Pike, 8 straight points. And Andre Corbella, he reminds me a little bit of a Jason Kidd type. The way he distributes the basketball, and if he needs to score, he'll score, but the way he's giving the ball up and handling it is just, it's amazing to me. Long Island on an 8-0 run the last 1 minute. Tough shot by Huff again. High arc, and he gets it right in Carbella's grill. Here comes Pike again. And he's just taking a nice block by Huff.
But there's just too much size there, following up on the offensive rebounds.
And Huff's just putting it on the line right here.
Now just under 8 minutes.
Huff, a long three. Craig Martin can't be happy about that shot.
Not a good decision there.
William with the defense.
There's Zed Key with another offensive rebound and a putback.
Point. Just absolutely dominating.
Yeah, really starting to take control of this game. And
Crusaders at 9 of their last 11 shooting the basketball.
Another turnover.
Jones Jr. It's not on the same page.
Yeah, Coach Martin looking at his young sophomore that's in the game for him said, hey, son, you were open. Don't worry about passing it, Jeremy Jones Jr. It's just a sophomore. Go ahead and shoot it. Both teams starting to bring in some reserve players.
And that's what you like to see.
Yeah, 2 16-minute halves is the format here at the Beach Ball Classic. We're now in what would be the fourth quarter. 7 minutes to play. What, 67-38?
And how does that affect your coaching style?
Well, you know that you're not going to have those breaks, but we do have TV timeouts because these games are on TV, so you have those opportunities. One of the things I think that possibly the Beach Ball Classic Committee could start to consider is maybe enforcing a shot clock in this tournament.
Yeah, and
a lot of high schools,
nice play.
States,
J.J. Jones.
Other states and conferences around the country do play with a shot clock.
And what would that add to the tournament?
Well, not that we see a lot of teams stalling the ball, but there have been times where that happens. But, you know, shot clocks are used at every other level. Every one of these teams, even Myrtle Beach included, has got one, you know, but most of these teams got several Division I players. So they're going to go to play where there is a shot clock. Let's go ahead and implement it. I think it ought to be implemented at high school level nationwide anyway.
Yeah. Timeout for Myrtle Beach. And a big run by Long Island Lutheran, 10 of the last 12. But again, that's impressive, but they're 2 3-foot shots. And they're getting down low and just pushing Myrtle Beach around a little bit.
Yeah, their game plan is get the ball down low to Zed Key or other big inside players, take advantage of our size and our height. And then, of course, you got Corbello, who's just bringing the ball up the court. He's distributing it when he needs to. If he wants to attack the basket, he does. And Myrtle Beach here the last 5 minutes here. They came out looking fairly strong the first part of the second half, but just got sloppy with the ball.
Well, it's one of those things where Myrtle Beach had to play perfect basketball, and even if they played perfect basketball, Long Island Lutheran had to have a lot of hiccups going on. Yeah. And we talked about that earlier, the David and Goliath thing.
Seahawks now down 27. Coach Martin, though, still coaching.
I like that. J.J. Jones tried to bounce it off a Long Island Lutheran player, get it down low.
Credit Long Island Lutheran's reserve players, though, playing competitive defensively.
Nice rebound by Jones. J.J. Jones, wide receiver for the football team.
6'4", 205 pounds, was injured most of the season, but led the Seahawks in receptions.
Jones takes it to the rack, no foul called. Long pass. That is Jaden Reed. The gun on him. Long three by Jordan. No good.
Good box out by Josh Gunn, reserve point guard.
There's Martin. Gets to the middle. J.J. Jones going to try to do something with Quachek. It's too long. Can't get around him.
Yep. And last thing you need to do is go out here away from the basket to pick up your dribble. Always keep your dribble for your young basketball players that are out there. Man, Long Island Lutheran doing a good job in that man-to-man defense.
I like the moxie of the sophomore, but this is too much length down there with Traore. It's going to be
a traveling
ball,
call.
yeah.
Traveling. Coach Martin will stay with the man-to-man pressure.
They call the carry, and I've always said when you call the carry, it just opens up a whole box of worms, almost like calling a balk in basketball, because to me, they carry almost every time. You could call it every time,
and
or hold it.
And, you know, some kids, the way they learn to play down the balls, just, you know,
Gets on the referee.
Yeah, big judgment call.
Or he's trying to slow it down just a little bit and catch their breath. But they're starting their offense so far back, 25, 26 feet out.
Yeah, that's the size, the long arms, and the pressure from Long Island Lutheran. Just very challenging offensively when you're 25 or 30 feet away from the basket.
Coming in for the Crusaders is Ryan Dunn, 6'4" guard. He's a junior. And look for Long Island Lutheran to empty the bench to get some guys some experience down here in Myrtle Beach. And again, we talked about they were in Hawaii. Frequent flyer malls, they're rolling.
Yeah, with teams that are of this quality and this kind of players are going to get a lot of invitations. So really, that speaks to the quality of this basketball tournament.
That's right.
You know, we've got 3 teams that are in the Max Preps top 25.
And how does John Rhodes do it? How does the mayor do it every year?
You know, John's been involved with this tournament ever since its inception, and I give John and the Classic a lot of credit. But John is well known and well connected in the high school basketball world. He's on the McDonald's All-Star Selection Committee and Board of Directors. He has great relationships with people like Kevin Schneider and the Schneider family that runs a scouting report. For many, many years, it used to be guys like the Garf, Art Garfinkel, who ran the 5-star basketball camp.
And then that Adidas guys and all those.
Through all of those relationships is how he develops his contacts and relationships to invite these teams. And of 8 of the 16 teams that are here, 8 of them are the #1 ranked team from their respective states.
And how does he go after those teams? Nice indoor pass. Does he go after superstar players, or does he go for teams and coaches?
Well, I think what he
wild
generally speaks.
We're going to take us a media timeout. We'll finish that conversation. You're watching Stadium, the Beach Ball Classic on Stadium. Welcome back to the Beach Ball Classic. Myrtle Beach trailing Long Island Lutheran 69-40. And Ohio State signee commit Zed Key has added his name to the record book with 15 rebounds. He's tied for 61st, and he's tied with Kevin Garnett. This list is amazing when you got Kevin Garnett with him. And, of course, he's taken out. If it was a tighter game, he would probably shoot up the list very fast.
Yeah, it's safe to say he's out for the rest of the game, and 15 rebounds, as you mentioned, 10 offensively, and a total of 28 points. So great game there by the Ohio State committee.
Probably a no-brainer for the HTC player of the game.
Yeah. Oh, nice pass by Josh Gunn, and there's the size where they're just able to react.
Nice hustle by the Hawks.
Yeah, Coach Martin and the Hawks, one thing you want to be proud of, they're continuing to play hard and aggressive and not giving up.
Coming in for the Crusaders is A.K. Abasab. He's a sophomore, 6'2" guard.
Glaring thing on the stat sheet, Ashley, is 52 points in the paint for Long Island Lutheran, only 12 for Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that's a tough stat. Tough stat for them. And again, that's that length, and they're just pounding it inside. Seahawks trying to get inside. Here's some transition. There's Dunn. Euro step, tries to throw it up to no avail. Jeremy Jones gets it up. Jones gets it back and can't hit the shot. Hey, stay tuned immediately following the game as we select our HTC Player of the Game Award winner. The broadcast crew will select the premier performer in today's game to be honored by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. Find out more by visiting htcconnect.com.
Actually, we were commenting as we look at Jeremy Jones Jr. from the free throw line about the Beach Ball Classic Committee, mainly John Rose, the executive director, developing relationships. You talked about, does he go after players, teams, coaches? I think really they're all one and the same. If you've got good players, you're going to have good teams that are going to be coached by good coaches. Most of the time you want to go after the best teams in the country. They're going to have then the best players.
2:42 to left in this one. Nice move there.
Great penetration there.
Wow. 31-point game here. In the final game of the night, the Beach Ball Classic. Tomorrow's going to be fun, Wayne. 3:30, we'll start it up.
That's going to be a great ball game tomorrow.
Whitney Young and Dorman. There's a dunk.
Dorman High School from Spartanburg, South Carolina. 3 years in a row, 5A state champion. And P.J. Hall is going to Clemson. The point guard's going to Butler. They've got a couple other players that look really good. Dorman's got an opportunity, I think, to really make an opportunity to compete for a championship in this tournament.
Now, I may be putting you on the spot here, but how many South Carolina teams have won this tournament?
There has been only one team to win the tournament, and that was Eau Claire High School under George Glimp.
Who was on that team? Anybody I know?
I want to say Barry Manning was on that team who played for the University of South Carolina. I was on a team in 1983 that lost in the finals to Archbishop Malloy.
Now, Archbishop Malloy, who were some players on that? Was Kenny Anderson on that one?
No, Kenny Anderson was not on that team. John Martinson, who played at Georgia Tech. Steve Roberts, who played at Richmond.
Another steal. Reed getting into the stat book.
Other teams that have made great runs from West Florence back in the 85, 86, 84, 85 years.
And all this history that we're talking about, Ian Guerin wrote a great book about the Beach Ball Classic, which you can get on Amazon, which is an awesome read.
That he did.
And it does have a nice picture of you in the short shorts back in the day.
The short shorts are coming back, though.
Yeah, I see that, but some of them don't need to wear them. Nice transition bucket by Ryan Dunn.
Came out of hand here.
Yeah. Again, it was close for a while, but then it just got to a point. Nice move. And again, another block.
We have had a lot of opportunities in the paint, but have just had block shots.
Terry Williams going to come in.
Or having to change our shot because of the size and the arm length of Long Island Lutheran.
And we talk about coaching moments for both teams. Coach Buck can get on his team and say, listen, this team from South Carolina, had you on the ropes. You need to get on it at practice. And Myrtle Beach can always use this as to get better and say, hey, we play with the big boys, and now when we play a Hartsville or a North Myrtle Beach, then we can compete. Under a minute to play.
Well, Coach Martin, one of his tactics is he wants to play in the in non-region, the toughest teams he can play. That's preparing him for when he gets into region play.
25-point lead. Nice shot in there. Hayden Bryant.
Hayden Bryant staying strong. He's going to get his name in the scoring book.
Excuse me, 33-point lead. Math a little off tonight, Wayne. Final seconds of this one, 22 seconds left. Long Island is dominating the boards. Comes Jeremy Jones Jr., gets it up to William. Nice pass backwards. A lot of
they're
steps.
going to call him for the travel. Hayden's got to know that ball's going to come from Terry William, be ready to catch it and go straight up to the basket.
And only a sophomore. By the time he's a junior or senior, he's going to make that play. Coach Buck stopping it up here. That's probably going to do it. And that is the ball game. Final score, Long Island Lutheran 77, Myrtle Beach 44. And Wayne, just a great game. Let's take us a short break. This is the 39th annual Beach Ball Classic on Stadium.
My family keeps me on the go. And as fellow community members, HTC believes friends and neighbors deserve services that keep the day running smoothly. No matter where life takes me, HTC keeps me connected by providing world-class technology to Horry and Georgetown counties. Because you are here, and so are we. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
There's an amazing place where family vacation memories are made and shared over and over again, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Book your family vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com and discover amazing values on area accommodations and family-friendly attractions. There's never been a better time to visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where family time has never been so much fun.
Welcome back to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The 39th Beach Ball Classic closes out day two with a 77-44 win by Long Island Lutheran. And Wayne, it was a tight game the first 10 minutes, and then it kind of got out of control. But Myrtle Beach played a real good game, and I like the way they hustled.
Well, you described it as David versus Goliath. It was very much that. I think what Myrtle Beach can take away was the aggressive and the hustle that they committed the entire game, but just too much power from Long Island Lutheran.
Hey, this was coming out of the second half. Aiden Hickman just banging threes, but again, Corbella, there's too fast. Actually, that was Pinzon. Scored 8 points in a row and just layups. Most of these highlights you'll see from the Crusaders are layups.
Well, there was a stretch there where we were down about only 13, but Long Island Lutheran pulled away because we turned the ball over. The Seahawks with a total of 26 turnovers tonight.
James Marquise with a three there. These are your HTC highlights. Nice take right there by Burgess.
Paulique Burgess Q. That's the aggressiveness you want to see going to the hole, but there's the Illinois committee.
And just like he just slapping this,
knew what he was going to do, just easy there, and then he's like, I'm not going to touch the ball, I'm not going to give it back to you.
And here comes the Seahawk. And that was the nice transition. Yeah. And there was Jones. Actually, that was Marquise.
Yeah, Emery Knox to Marquise. He recognizes that Corbello's going for the steal. He makes the spin and immediately passes off for an easy layup.
Here comes Pinzon again. And right there is where I thought they kind of hitched his knee a little bit.
He fell down earlier, and it just here with no one around him, and I think he scored 4 straight buckets there on some turnovers and just easy layups.
Just took over the basketball game at that point, and that's where the momentum seemed to change. And here comes Corbello. I was going to dunk it, but just laid it up. Didn't have enough energy left. First half, he probably would have done it. And here comes Huff, taking it to the free throw stripe, and nice little jump shot there for 15.
Nice pull up. Something you don't see anymore right there is that mid-range game. It's either take it to the hole or shoot to 3 in today's game of basketball.
Pinzon again. The second half was designed for Pinzon.
Yeah.
Here comes Corbello. Throws it up to Zed Key, and bang,
Zed
15 rebounds.
Going to Ohio State, 28 points, 15 rebounds. Doing that in only 23 minutes.
That's a little mid-range jump shot from Rafael Pinzon. Long arms. Look at those long arms. There's Huff again for 3. He has a nice little shot.
There's Huff. Just getting on the basketball court about 3 weeks ago. Played wide receiver for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks football team that went to the state championship.
But again, 90% of the shots for the Crusaders are layups.
Yeah, we're looking at this in the paint. 60 points in the paint. 25 off of Myrtle Beach turnovers.
That's tough to compete right there when you point blank range every time, and they were just running. I think Myrtle Beach ran out of gas.
Yeah, just easy layups for Long Island Lutheran.
There's Jeremy Jones Jr. That's that HTC replays, and I love what HTC's doing. Lucky Dog. What a great production, national audience here on Stadium.
Well, it's great high school basketball. We put on a great production. This was a great tournament. The weather's great down here. I mean, it's in the high 60s. You know, these guys that have traveled from all over the country are enjoying it. So it's a great time to be in Myrtle Beach at the Beach Ball Classic.
Well, this game's done. Tomorrow's a big day. A very big day. I know there's college football going on. There's a couple bowl games going, but at 3:30, hey, it's going to be a big one. At 3:30, it's going to be Dorman from South Carolina against Whitney Young, and DJ Stewart from Whitney Young is an absolute amazing player.
Well, DJ Stewart signed with Duke. Dorman's got a player going to Clemson, P.J. Hall, their center. They got a point guards going to Butler. 2 teams that are really, really good. That's going to be a great game tomorrow. Looking forward to calling that game with you, Ashley.
It's going to be amazing. So be here. Make sure if you're not watching on Stadium, come out here to the Myrtle Beach Convention Center and check it out. We'll be here. It's going to be a state championships, national. I mean, it's going to be an awesome experience to be at this game. For Ashley Smith, Wayne Gray, hey, great job tonight, buddy.
I enjoyed it. Always enjoy working with you.
Check us out tomorrow right here on Stadium at the Beach Ball Classic.